Hey, welcome to day 86, my spiritual journal with me, with your soul sister, Iona. Welcome and thank you for joining me on the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast. So I talk about all things spiritual business success without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout. So today I'm going to use my spiritual journal to journal on what I call health freedom. So health freedom is on Tuesdays as I go live on my daily vlogs to support you in your health, your personal health, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your environmental health, all the health, all the freedom. And so it is one of the 7 freedoms that I talk about on the Soul Legacy Academy, on the Soul Legacy TV every single day. And on a Monday, I talk about contribution freedom. Today is Tuesday, which is health freedom. Tuesdays, emotional freedom Wednesdays, environmental freedom Thursdays, relationship freedom Fridays, spiritual freedom Saturdays, and financial freedom Sundays. And I have a bank 50k in 50 days challenge, what I call, to support you in building your spiritual business success and actually having a healthy relationship with money and actually having the money to be able to actually support you in your health. So you have that emotional health and don't have any worries. You have that physical health, have a personal trainer if you want to, all the things that are on your vision board. So I use, if you don't have something to journal with, grab a notebook or a journal. I use my Soul Legacy journal, I call it. It's a notebook. I call it 365 days of your spiritual awakening stories. I went through my spiritual awakening as I was building my spiritual business online. Lots of things didn't look and feel the same. When I'd gone through a dark night of the soul, emotional, mental, physical health, all the things, as well as all of those areas of my life. And I wanted to set a new vision. And I've been on this spiritual ascension journey and then the spiritual alchemy path. And so I use vision boarding and I use journaling to support me in that. So I call this a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers, because I support light workers in building their spiritual biz YouTube channel and getting themselves out there, building their author and authority platform. And health, your health, you need to have your health, right? You need to be eating right, sleeping right, all the things. So if you've got a vision for your health, that's great. It's great. If you don't have a specific vision for your health, then I have a 7-day spiritual vision board for business. So while you're growing your spiritual business, I'm breaking down each of those 7 areas. I call them the 7 freedoms for intentional living, so that you can look after yourself while you do your work in the world. So I have some notes as I do my spiritual journal. This is going to be a shorter one today, because yesterday on the Soul Legacy TV, you may have or may not have seen, I did my contribution freedom, and I did a 5 hours and 42 minutes live masterclass about banking 50k in 50 days. If you haven't watched the masterclass, go and check that out on the Soul Legacy Academy. There's bonuses, and check it out on the Soul Legacy TV. So let's dive in. What I usually do for my spiritual journal to support my spiritual business and my vision and for intentional living, I talk about vibration, raising your vibrational frequency. I talk about your vision, and I talk about being in alignment with your values. Those are the 3 things that I primarily journal on every single day for all 7 areas of my life. So I usually do things that raise my vibrational frequency. 1 is pull a card. 2 is I have a daily quote for you. 3 is I'll share the book that I've read that supports that freedom each day. So the book that I listened to, just a snippet of the book, was Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. Really amazing book. We'll talk about gratitude, and we'll talk about a crystal for the day. Wrong notebook, this one. And so I have our lead soul guided instructor, who is Robin Knott. And Robin is the host of the Energy Healing TV and podcast, and the founder of the Energy Healing School online. And so Robin joins me as our joint vision partner and our lead soul guided instructor for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network and the SoulLegacyAcademy.com, which I'm the founder of and producer of. And so Robin supports you in not only your energy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me, love. Sorry I was a little bit late. Health Freedom Tuesday. is actually getting my daughter and her dude some food already. I'm prepping. It's going to be a shorter one today, so I won't hold you too long. And thank you so much for joining me on Contribution Freedom Monday for my live masterclass. And I do that on intentionally on a Monday. That's a big level of contribution. And on the first month, that's the last Monday of the month, my masterclass. On the first Monday of the month, we have networking calls, the 7 Freedoms calls. I have like a VIP day with me, like 12 times in the year. It's beautiful. So today is Health Freedom Tuesday. So we're going to do our rating today, see how high vibe we feel around our health or our light work and our lifestyle. I say journal on that. Use whatever I'm saying that sparks any ideas, any confirmations. Use that as your journal prompt, your spiritual journal prompt. So it's Health Freedom Tuesday, but in Robin's world, Robin not, it is Sacral Chakra Healing Tuesdays. So again, Robin will support you in clearing any energy, any blocks, any thoughts, beliefs that's not serving you around your health. She's really great at that. I don't do that piece, but Robin will. So it's Sacral Chakra Healing Tuesdays, and on the Energy Healing TV, Robin also does a rating, and so she rates between 1 and 11. 1 for both of us. So rating your chakras, like how blocked or balanced they feel. For Health Freedom Tuesday, I say how high vibe you feel, right? And so my rating for Health Freedom Tuesday is an 11, which it's gone up from last week. And for my rating for Sacral Chakra Healing Tuesdays, my rating is definitely a 10. So I love that. So my chakras feel clear, my energy feels clear, my vibe is high around my health, and I'll tell you why. And so the crystal for today, which I haven't actually had it out because I've been out of the office all day. I had a day off, apart from posting on Facebook, but I had a day off, is Tiger's Eye, which Tiger's Eye is for good fortune, prosperity, and inspiration. So whatever crystal feels good for you around your health, then I invite you to just hold that and hold space for that, all right? So Jennifer, let me know what your rating is. Great. You're at a 10 now. Awesome. Is that for Health Freedom Tuesday? So when we do our rating for Health Freedom Tuesday, we say HFT, and then we say equals between 1 and 11. And so it doesn't even say you're on there, you know. 1 is like I'm in soul funk around my health, and 11 is I'm in soul flow. And what I mean by that is when we do our vision for our health, how we want to have our daily rituals and routines, set the intention for the version of us that where we want to be vibing at, what we want to manifest, what we want to experience. We want to back up and do the daily rituals, routines, have the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs, the habits that actually is at that, like bridging that gap of the version of you now and the version that you want to be. And we merge and we just bridge, we just merge the energy of the two, and all of a sudden you pop up and you're like, oh, that's me now. And you're looking in the mirror and you're feeling good, and your mental health and your emotional health and your physical health and environmental health and your spiritual health, all the healths are like, you know, really serving you. So I'm gonna do the quote for today, and then I'm gonna pull the card. So Jennifer says using amber today. Awesome. I don't know all of the crystals. I just know the little pouch of crystals that I got from Amazon when I did Robin Nutt's 7 days to unblock your chakras challenge. So she's got that on the Energy Healing TV and podcast. So if you want to learn about unblocking your chakras, so these are chakra crystals. I believe that, Jennifer, you'll probably share more about the crystals because I don't know, and I'd love that. I would love that. I'd love to learn more. So Jennifer says, I was at 8 this morning. Now, Jennifer, you're a classic, right, of sharing with us how your vibrational frequency can raise in a day. So when I do the Health Freedom rating, it's on that day. And then you look back over the week and you see how you've been. So your vibration, how you're feeling in any given moment can shift in an instant. And when it does, so if you were vibing at an 8 in the morning, so I talk about launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day as your soul legacy. So how you're launching your day, is that healthy for you? How you're leading the day, does that feel healthy for you? And how you're leaving your day. So when you think in terms of your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, your environmental health, your spiritual health, health of your relationships, health of whatever it is, health of your business, health of your lifestyle, think of what you're doing at each point of the day, because we all get 24 hours in a day. So if your rating was lower this morning, it's like, what happened for that vibrational frequency to raise? Also, when it goes up, notice that when it goes up, that if it's the external that has to be a certain way in order for your vibrational frequency to go up, notice that it's probably the external that's going to make it go down as well. And we want to come from the space where internally, no matter what is going on, that we know in here that we've got that guiding marker. So if you go back, if you're with me on last Health and Freedom Tuesday, which I know you were, Jenta, then see what your rating was and see if it's gone up or see if it's gone down. And then note in your spiritual journals, the spiritual journal prompt, why it's gone up and why it's gone down. So both my ratings were at a 9 last week. Was that last week? Is it 9? Yeah, it was a 9. That shocks me. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The 14th. And 11. Oh, so that was the week before. So it was 11, was it? No, it wasn't. I've gone back weeks. Wait a minute. I know it was lower last week because my decision to eat at McDonald's was lower. It was 10. It was 10. It was 10 last week. And now it's 11. So choices, routines. I committed to doing tapping, which I did for my food cravings and hormones and stuff. And that was really good for me. Let me read you today's quote. Excuse me. And then I'll read the card. I'm not going to go deep. I'm cooking my daughter dinner, which is quite late, but she's been asleep and she's been napping. And I just want to say that I just got bought flowers and chocolates, which is like, oh gosh, the chocolates. But and I said, you know, I'm done with the junk. I did like a ritual on the Saturday, and I bought some junk, and I was like, I'm done with the cravings. And I just got bought flowers and chocolates, which was so beautiful. That made me feel really, really good. And my daughter got bought chocolates and flowers. And I'm like, oh. I said, he's a good egg. So I'm cooking them dinner. So that's me contributing to the health of my family and my household and looking after my baby girl. So the quote for today is, and this is from Unknown: if you stumble, make it part of the dance. Boom. If you stumble, make it part of the dance. If you doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, like, just with the rhythm of life, that's how it is. If you stumble, doesn't have to be a mistake, doesn't have to be like, oh, a massive face palm, like, you know, Robin and I do face palms. But if you stumble, make it part of the dance. I love that. Do you love that? In other words, what does that mean to you? So write it down in your spiritual journal. If I stumble, I'll make it part of the dance. Write it down as an affirmation. Feel like if I feel like I'm stumbling, like something that has not gone completely right. So on my masterclass yesterday, I shared that people were in my easy webinar room and I didn't address it. My assistant was off, like it was stupid o'clock in the morning for her. And I'm going to have to get somebody else to like monitor that, because I'm going to be doing it every month. And I need that assistance in there. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I reached out and I said, you know, I apologize and blah, blah, blah. It's just part of the dance. And it's like, I got a thank you for reaching out personally. It's like, well, absolutely, I wanted to apologize. So Jennifer says it was about a 10. Then I had an argument, went down to 8. The day kept it rising. It was a 9 last week. Love it. And that's natural. Well, that's natural. And that's part of your emotions as well. So the emotional freedom, and we'll talk about emotional freedom tomorrow. Yes, chocolate is good for you. So I eat dark chocolate every day. Like, I'll have a little bit every single day. I talked about hormones, and I honestly, for the love of me, I just spoke to my friend who I said was holding me accountable for the health and I do my fasting and stuff. And as I release that, okay, well, with the cravings, I'm like, okay, well, let me just do an even, like every day, a certain amount of calories. And then I was speaking to her and I said, I said, I've got like a little niggle in my side. I don't know whether it's because I was sat for so long yesterday. And she said, well, is it that time? And I'm like, not again. And she just counted for me. And she's like, yeah, it's 21 days. And my cycle changed to 24 days, where it's normally 28. Way too much information. However, I asked for my daughter, Robin, and my friend to count for me. I was like, count for me, because I'm not registering really, because I've been sterilized, so I don't, do you know what I mean? I don't even have a dude now, but do you know, I've not had to like pay attention to it. But I've noticed the cravings around that time, and I made a commitment to let that go. And I'm like, yeah, actually. And she's like, yeah, 21 days, and it came at 24 last time. I'm like, so yeah, health freedom, being aware of your hormones, being aware of what you're eating, being aware of your exercise, being aware of your patterns, being aware of all the things, having the energy to build your spiritual business is massive. Being healthy. So let me pull today's card. So this, I literally just pulled this and I haven't read it. And my ring light is out. I haven't moved the ring light down from in my office, and I had that yesterday. So it's green tiara. So this says supreme protection. You are protected. So this is for me and this is for you. Cards are being cut. Sorry. Cords are being, no, it says cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Right? So let's read this one. So legend has it that, oh my goodness, if you saw that word, like literally, no, you can't even see it. I really want you to see that. Can you even see? Right, I'll spell it. AVALOKITESVARA. I do not know what that says. So it's the personification of perfect compassion, whatever that is, was looking down on the earth one day and cried tears when he witnessed all the suffering in the world. When the tears hit the earth, a lotus formed, from which Tiara, the goddess of compassion and light, was born. She has many forms based on different colors, and we have chosen green in this oracle because she brings a light of protection and safety, and always compassion and loving. She helps us move into a new state of being and doing. So with the green, it's quite a beautiful card actually. You see that? So I love green. I've got my green jammies on because it's like, she said, so it says, extended message, you are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you. Worst is behind you. And you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set out for you. Can I get an amen for that? So whatever challenges were set out for you, you're done. It's complete. You don't need them anymore. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. I know Robin's going to love that. Cords are being cut so you and your past, between you and your past, so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. And if you don't, and if you feel like other stuff's coming up, then Robin can support you in clearing with her 7 days of journaling around the chakras. So she has a 7-day challenge. She also has a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge, and she calls it a self-love journey to financial freedom for empaths and light workers. I'm just saying, yeah, I love that. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. Woo, woo. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind so that you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Tiara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. I feel that, you know. I feel that. She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart, and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. Absolutely. Who is in my life today? I love who's in my life today. And that is what I did. I shifted who I didn't want in my life anymore. And I was kind of done with that. So that is beautiful. All right. So the book that I read today, we're going to do the Bank for today's challenge at the end. I'm going to do some gratitude as well. We're tracking. All right. So the book that I read for today was You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. Just a snippet, chapter 8. It was called, hang on, Building the New. So in order to build the new, you might think, oh, well, I've got to do a lot of hard work. And Robin covers this about your thoughts and your feelings, how you are and the habits, and we know they're all energy, right? So Louise Hay says, the answers within me come to my awareness with ease. So everybody says, well, we know that the answers are inside of us, but sometimes we go looking out in the external world for all of the stuff. So in our spiritual journal, we're going to use this and write down anything that comes to you, any words that come to you. I invite you to do this. This is what Louise Hay had said, but this is me adding on. Write your spiritual journal as a prompt. When I say what she says, and then you think of new words, think up writing it in your spiritual journal. So she says, instead of thinking, so what you think about and what you say to yourself, where energy, where attention goes, energy grows, or energy flows, right? So she says that when you think that, where we put attention, energy grows where we put attention. So what we're conditioned to do, usually as a cultural thing, is think that what we don't want will create the positive change, and it's not the way that it works. So this is what I call a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. And this is the thing that I want to share with you. Raising your vibration. Words have energy. We know thoughts, feelings, that's all energy. So we want to be emitting the vibrational frequency of success, and then we look at the world differently, and it changes, right? Our experience changes. So she says, when you think thoughts and speak them, words like I don't want to be fat. So think of the 7 freedoms. So contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. Any words that come up for you. So she says, when you say to yourself, I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be old, I don't want to live here, I don't want to have this relationship, I don't want to be like my mother, I don't want to be like my father, I don't want to be stuck in this job, I don't want to have this hair, I don't want to have this nose, I don't want to have this body, I don't want to be lonely, don't want to be unhappy, I don't want to be sick. So when we focus our attention on that, guess what we get? More of that. So that is why we create a spiritual vision board, and I have a spiritual vision board challenge mid-July, and then it is gonna be every second week in December at 7:30 p.m. UK time. Only reason why I'm doing it again is because I've done it twice and I've up leveled, and some of the stuff is not relevant. All right, so other than that, it is live on the second week in December annually. So I challenge you to set a vision and start speaking the words and vibrating at the frequency of success, whatever that means to you. Intentional living. So she says, basically changing our thoughts and not dwelling, and so paying attention and creating change that is permanent. So she says, instead of saying those words, what you want to say is more positive affirmations, because Louise Hay was known for affirmations. And she says, I'm slender. Say it instead. I'm slender. I'm prosperous. I have eternal youth. I'm eternally young. I now in a better place. I now have a new relationship. I'm my own person. I'm filled with love. I'm filled with joy. Filled with affection. I'm happy. I'm free. All the words, whatever you feel like, is a healthy vocabulary. healthier thoughts, you'll have a healthier relationship, have healthy relationship with you, all the things. And if you're saying any of those things about money, when we're thinking about banking 50k in 50 days, then you want to actually shift those thoughts and those feelings. So let's do gratitude, because that will help you, right? I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I appreciate is what we say every single day on the Soul Legacy TV. So the way that I do gratitude, you might do gratitude differently, but you can use this as a spiritual journal prompt. I say, I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I appreciate. And if you write down the C for contribution freedom, H for health freedom, E for emotional freedom, E for environmental freedom, R for relationship freedom, S for spiritual freedom, F for financial freedom, you'll see that the acronym is CHEERS. It's Cheers to Financial Freedom Frequency. You want to be vibrating at that frequency when you can. And that is your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. You know the drill, right? You want to be, I say, rising and residing at that Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency as a light worker in spiritual business, setting that intention for transformation on the planet, right? That is our duty, I believe. So we say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. So think of something in your contribution for your lifestyle and your light work that you're happy and you're grateful and you appreciate. Every single day, write down that 7 things today. You can do that after you get off this video. And then if you can't think of anything, what I say, because people make excuses, Iona, I've said gratitude every single day, I've got nothing else to be, right? Think of something in your past, think of something in your present, and think of something for your predicted future, meaning for your spiritual vision board, right? And so it's like a thanks in advance. So you can think of something for your contribution in the past, present, or predicted future. So for me, I'd say for contribution freedom, I'd say that I'm happy and grateful and appreciate me doing my masterclass 6 years ago for the first time, 7 years in December, buzzing, because it set the stage for the present, which was yesterday, what's presently going on with me. And then today I actually scheduled it out for live for the end of the month. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate all the people that are going to come on the live. So all of the freedoms you want to write in your spiritual journal as a prompt, something that you're happy and you're grateful for. All right, let's do the Bank 50 in 50 Days challenge. And I think this is a good live because my daughter is going to be having her dinner. So I said, I'll do a half an hour live, half the time. And then we'll watch TV. We'll watch actually Love Island, which is on. And it's like nice because she invites me into her room anyway. Got a sofa and all things. So the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars or euros every single day. This is the Bank 50k in 50 Days challenge for your spiritual business. The idea is, again, to move from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, right? And so we want to be vibrating and emitting the frequency of having financial freedom. So this journal will give you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day for you to make memories with your soul clients, your soul family, and your soul tribe. Spend it however you like, but 10% needs to be tied to a worthy cause. The worthy cause that I tied to is called Cruise Bereavement Care, because when I was going through my spiritual awakening, my dark night of the soul, when my son made his transition 7 years ago, I had someone come from Cruise Bereavement Care to support me. So whatever worthy cause, tithe 10%, that's $100. You don't get to spend it on bills. I want you to come from the space where all your bills are taken care of. And then if you don't want to spend your money every single day, I don't now. I carry over. I carry over the remaining balance either throughout the week. If I see something, I'll buy it with my vibrational money. And on Financial Freedom Sunday, then I will spend the money. And so I will come on and spend the money on Financial Freedom Sunday with you. So that is the Bank 50k in 50 Days challenge. Do it vibrationally. And if you want some support to build a spiritual business and have a successful spiritual business, build your author and your authority platform, build a YouTube channel around your #1 best-selling book, then I share in my masterclass how you can do that. Again, I do it live. There's a replay, there's bonuses, there's all the things. I have a free chapter to my book. It's called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencers compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. I have a free chapter VIP day that comes with the book. I have all the things. I have also a monthly call called the Spiritual Business YouTubers Network, where we can come together with like minds to co-create, connect, and collaborate. So that is it for the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. Enjoy. That is it for this episode of Come and Spiritual Journal with me, and I shall speak to you soon. Big love. Take care.